Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn range data type. So, range start, stop. So, this is the syntax for range. So, the stop should be an integer. Now, how to use this? Range of, let us say, I will keep 9. So, if I print it, see this. If I print it, it will give you range of 0, 9. I will execute this. See here, it will give you range of 0, 9. Now, range, the contents in range will be in the list form. So, we have to typecast into list. So, if I want to print the contents of range, you have to typecast it with list. So, list of range of 0, 9. Now the contents will be, now it will print you like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 only. So here the range functions works like this. The contents are generated by a formula. R of I is equal to, okay, R of I is equal to start plus step into I. So this is the formula. So here range can be written in two ways. Either you can write simply range and some number. So some number it will give you like this. So by default start will be 0. If you don't give any number here, by default start will be 0. And we can write start, comma, stop, comma, step. So in this way also you can write. So here range of 9, list of range of 9, okay, list of range of 9 will give you this. I will execute this. See, what are, see here, output 0, list of range of 9 will give you 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but not 9. So less than 9. That's all. So the condition is the value at index I should be less than stop. So here, how these numbers are generated? See, if I print you, let us say, I'll take a range, okay, of 8, 12. Now according to this formula, now I will calculate R of 2. R of 2. R of 2. Sorry. R of 2. Now what is R of 2 according to this formula? Start. What is start here? 8 plus what is step here? Step. If step is not given, because see this syntax, start, stop and step, actually 3 arguments. If the third argument, that means step, is not given, you have to keep 1. So by default step is 1. 1 into what is the index here? What is the index here? 2. So R of 2 will be 8 plus 2, that is 10. Now let us print R of 2 here. Print R of 2. Print R of 2. See here 10. Okay. So let's find R of 3. R of 3. What is R? 8 to 12. Now here 8 to 12 means it will, the list will be like this: 8, comma 9, comma, because step function is not there, na? So step will be 1. So increment will be 1 only. So 8 plus 9, comma 8, comma 9, comma 10, comma 11. That's all. 12 is not included in the list. Okay. So 8, comma 9, comma 10, comma 11. So index, at index 0, what is there? 8. At index 1, 9. Index 2, 10. Index 3, 11. So let us find this. According to this formula, let's find this. What is start here? 8 plus what is step here? Step is not given here. So by default the step is 1. 1 into, right, 1 into, what is the index you are finding here? R of 3. So index is 3. So index is 3. So 8 plus 3 is 11. Matching? See, R of 3. See here, this is R of 0. This is R of 1. R of 2. R of 3. R of 3 is 11. Now let's find this. R of 3, 11. Correct? So in this way, range will work. Now what happens if the range is given negative? Okay, now let us find with the negative number. Okay, range of, let R is range of 0, comma minus 11, comma minus 1. Now what happens? What will be the contents here? The contents will be like this. The contents will be 0. Starting number is 0. Okay. So until minus 11. So until minus 11 means 0, minus 1. Sorry. Minus 1, comma minus 2, comma minus 3, comma minus 4, comma minus 5, comma minus 6, comma minus 7, comma minus 8, comma minus 9, comma, okay, until minus 11 means till minus 10. Now since these contents are in the list form, you have to write in a list of R. Now you have to put a print function. You have to apply a print function. Now see this. If the range is given in this form 0, -11 and -1, so it will give you like this: 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. Correct? See, until -11. So until -11 means till -10 it will be in the content. Contents will be in the 0 to -10. That's all. -11 is not included. So whatever you write the number here, that will not be included in the list. That you have to remember. Now, why I have given the introduction for range means I have to teach you a for loop, how this for loop works. Now let's go for loop. Now using for loop and using range, we shall write some program like sum of natural numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 till n. Now so what is the range here? So directly we can decide, you can write the range here. What is the range? Range started with 1 till, if you write n, what happens? It will take until n minus 1. So you have to write n plus 1. If you really want up to n, so in this range function you have to apply n plus 1. Now let's define what is n. N means nth number. So nth number in the function. How do you write? You have to ask the user int of input enter a number. Now we have defined range, we have defined the number. Now we shall use for. Okay, for I in range. For I in range, for I in range 1 to n plus 1. Now we have to find sum of natural numbers. So we have to declare a variable called sum. Initially it is 0. Now inside this you have to write sum is equal to sum plus I. Now after completing this task, you have to come here and write print of sum. This sum should not be in the indentation, otherwise it will give you every sum. That means in every iteration what is the sum we are getting, that will be printed again and again. Okay, that we don't need. That the final result will be printed here. If you want the final result to be printed, you have to come out of the loop and you have to write it. Otherwise every value of sum will be printed. Now if I execute this, now what is the sum of natural numbers up to 10? 10 into 11, that is 110 by 255. Got it? What is the sum of natural numbers until 100? 100 into 101 by 2, that is 5050. Okay. What is the sum of natural numbers until 8? 8 into 9 by 2. 8 into 9 by 2 is 36. So, okay, this is our program. Now let us see how this actually worked. Okay, how this actually worked. Enter a number, let us say 5. Now until 5 I need. So here my loop is this. Okay, for initial values are, so I entered n is equal to 5. So n is 5 and sum is 0. So n is 0. So here for every value till the range is completed, this loop will run. Now our range started with 1 and ends with n plus 1. So since it takes, since the stop is n plus 1, it will take until n only. So next step will be, for the first time I value will be 1. Since the range started with 1, so that's why the value of I will be 1. Now what will be the sum here? Sum is equal to 0 plus I. I is 1. So sum is 1. For the next step, sum will be calculated. Now sum will be 1 now. Now again. Now the range started with 1 is completed. Now if I ask for next step, it will take I is equal to 2. So see here, I is equal to 2. Now sum is calculated. Now what is the sum here? Sum is already 1 plus I is 2. So sum will be 3. So see here, sum will be 3. Now again, if I ask for next step, I will be 3. I will be 3. And if I calculate the sum, what is the sum here? 3 plus 3, that is 6. 6. Okay, 6. Then now the value of I is 3 now. If I go for next step, I will be 4. I will be 4. And sum, what is the sum here? Sum is 6 plus 4. 6, see here, 6, here 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. If I ask for go to next step, it will calculate the sum as 10. 10. Right? Now next step is I is, if I go for next step, it will take I as 5. Okay, 5. So 5. Okay. Now what is the sum here? 10 plus 5, that is 15. Sum is 15. Now if I go for next step, since our range is till 1 to 5 plus 1, 6. That means 1 comma 6 means it will take until 5 only. So that's why it directly went for the last step. That means for loop completed. Now print will be executed and sum will be displayed. And if I ask for next step, it will close the session. So this is the program. Okay, in this way for loop works. Okay, bye children. So today you have learned how the range function works, as well as how this for loop works. The next class is lists. Okay. Okay, bye children.